So on the first Saturday of every January, we host Kickoff. And not only us, but teams across the entire world are doing the same thing. And so we're participating in something that's going on here in China, Japan, in Europe, South America. All of these different teams are coming together to learn what we're going to be building for this year. It's where they release the game, where they give us all the rules, all the regulations, the game pieces, all the items that we have to know that are important for when we're building. We find this all out at the same time, all across the world. Here at the STEM Center, we bring in teams from Baton Rouge and from even as far over as New Orleans who will come by, and they sit with us and we all watch the videos together and we figure out what we're going to be building. And then once that's done, we get our kit of parts that they provided, and we begin brainstorming and designing and questioning the rules of the game to figure out exactly how we can compete best with our tools and our resources.
My name is Ethan Nardo. I am a senior at Denham Springs High School, and I am the build captain of 8044 Denham Venom. So when I first saw the game on the TV, it doesn't look really hard, but it looks really challenging because of how we're gonna score the coral, which are like the rounded like cylinder parts. We're gonna have a lot of like challenging, but I think we could definitely try and make a really good robot with this game.
My name is Sebastian Cupid. I'm a senior and I am team captain this year on the team. Just watching the video, I can see that the game is similar to 2022's game where we had to use an elevator. I don't know if we do end up using an elevator, I don't know. It's really early to say that, but the low hanging thing that you have to do, it looks pretty daunting. So I'm a little nervous for that, but I think we got it.
I'm Coach Daniel Island. I'm the head coach of Denham Venom. I think the game this year is exciting because we have two different elements that we're working with. So we're not just working with a ball, we're also working with a pipe. I don't remember ever doing a game where we've worked with that same type of material. And so we're gonna have to figure out the best way of manipulating and scoring things. Just my initial interpretation of the game is it can take a lot of work to make sure that your robot can successfully score things in as many positions as possible, because that's really where the points are held at. We haven't even analyzed the rule manual yet. One of the first things that we do at Kickoff is we go by analyzing all the rules, figuring out where the penalties are, how many things can you hold at one time. There's just a lot of stuff that goes on before we can even begin to wrap our head around what we're gonna try to do. What I do know is that during build season, we're here almost every day of the week, putting this stuff together, seeing what works, prototyping, testing, finding something new, rebuilding it, all to get ready for when we go to our first competition. Our first competition is the second week of March. So we have from now to the second week of March to have a robot built, ready to go, ready to score, ready to win. It's gonna be an interesting time.
My name is Evan Blazier, and I'm a senior and the lead programmer for the team. From what I've seen so far about the game, it showed some stuff with auto in the actual introduction video. It showed being able to release the coral that you had preloaded in your robot into the reef area. But past that, I don't exactly know what our auto strategy is going to be. It's going to have to be something that is developed over time, especially whenever we figure out what sorts of mechanisms we're going to have, like if we're going to have a ground intake, if we're going to have something that is kind of opposable. So it's all going to have to be done once we have our general robot design down. And that's where a lot of programming comes from. You program for what you have, and we don't know what we have yet. But I do know what is for certain. For auto, we do need to program auto paths because it's going to be something big. You basically need to have auto because there is a ranking point involved where all the teams, I'm pretty sure, have to put a coral in the reef zone for that ranking point. So no matter what, we need to have an auto that does that so that we can secure the ranking point.
The part that the chains are hanging from sits on top of us. Okay, so that's why I wanted to know. I'm at 11 now. Yeah, I'm at 11? Yeah. See the star? Alright, this is about to be 12.
Right now we're building the support pillars for the barge. It's like the load bearing. And then probably after that we're going to be working on the actual barge with the nets.
We could probably adjust this once the bottom. So the
No, you're just not at the right angle.
That makes sense? I need another one of these and then